Now we have another interesting conjunction. Ketu transiting 9th house in Sagittarius already has somebody who's going to welcome him, and that is Saturn. Now Saturn is also in the 9th house in the Sagittarius. If you actually have been listening to my previous videos, to my faithful listeners I would say, and to the ones who are now joining in with me, I need to tell you all that Saturn basically demands discipline. It demands correctness to your life. It demands a transformation to your life. Because soon Saturn is going to be in Capricorn in its own house. So it's already started its journey where it wants to rectify people, make people realize of their follies, and make people realize that discipline should be a way of life. So you need to calculate yourself, you need to see in yourself. Now Ketu is there and who is actually giving you illusions about yourself. So the conjunction of Saturn and Ketu is not a disaster or a depressing situation. It is just, if you take it very categorically and if you take it lightly to yourself, you will realize that whatever misconceptions you had about yourself or whatever illusions you carry about yourself, Saturn is just saying, wake up and take a reality check. Now this causes catastrophe in certain people's lives because what you've been thinking about yourself, you're suddenly, a part of your subconscious mind gives you a knock on the head and says, is that really you? Is that really what you want? And then your ego, your mind is in tussle with each other. Your ego is Ketu. Your rational mind is Saturn. So your ego doesn't want to let go your misconception or your perception about yourself, which is a good thing in a way, but also a bad thing in a way if you don't do introspection and be honest to yourself. I'm not interested in how the world is perceiving you. Here I'm only interested in you doing introspection and probably realizing for yourself that is this what is correct, or I'm conceiving something, or I have misgivings about myself, or my ego is playing up to me. So you will think, or people will make you feel that this is you, which may necessarily not be correct. So Saturn tells you to take a reality check. So this entire conjunction is all about introspection and taking a correct perspective about yourself, being introspective, not in a harsh way but in a disciplined way. And a very simple example of this is that for people who think that they are capable of doing this thing, if they can actually voice it, have an open voice and have an open discussion, let's say with their mothers, by looking into their eyes, they are correct. If, let's say, our mothers are not there and we are elderly and we don't have anybody who is our confidant, just stand in front of the mirror, look into your own eyes and talk to yourself. If you can do that unabashedly, you're on the correct path. So all the facade that you have of yourself, you need to break it down. You need to take a reality check and then realize what you want to do, how you want to do it, and why do you want to do it. Actually, these three words are so important in my dictionary of life. What I want to do, how am I going to do it, and why do I need to do it. So this also breaks down all the facades and it helps me introspect that this is what I want to do, this is how I can do it, and this is why I want to do it. So at times, let's say I realize and I want to become this beautiful actress. This is what I want to do. How am I going to do it? Do I have connections? Do I have the knowledge? Have I got the experience? Or have I done some training? If I have not done any of these trainings, then how can I fulfill the what that I have to do? Okay, let's say I want to be an actress, but I've done this great training. I want to be a doctor, but I've done my studies well. I want to be an architect, but I've done my studies well. Now I have the what, I have the how. But why do I want to do it? Am I passionate about it? Now when Ketu and Saturn are in conjunctions, these are the questions I need to ask myself. That Should I keep doing things and start loving the things what I'm doing, or should I do things what I love? So Ketu will keep telling you keep doing what you are doing and start loving what you are doing because it's bringing money. But what is the facade? Here it is that I'm not being happy. So Saturn tells you to take a reality check and helps you choose things what you are passionate about. And you start doing things what you are passionate about. Not only the money will follow, but the honey will follow and you will enjoy the life. Now Ketu in the 9th house talks about traveling abroad, going for a purpose, going for an education. Saturn also in Sagittarius talks about the same thing, and for some people when Saturn is in the 9th house, it also must be some Saturn returns for some of the people who are, let's say, approximately at the age of 27, in and around 25 to 27, or there are people who are from let's say 48 to 52. So they must be undergoing the Saturn returns, which basically says that it's a great time to restructure yourself. So Ketu is warning you of how to shed your ego and restructure yourself. Be honest to yourself. Don't fall after illusions. And what is Saturn telling you to do? It says that go and get that special certification of follow your passions with a dedication, and you will realize that you've started enjoying what you are doing, and in the bargain also getting the happiness and the wealth for it. Now, this Saturn returns and Ketu conjunction also gives us a very beautiful meaning to a career. Now, this actually involves a lot of traveling, teaching, or publishing. Now, you could become a writer during this period because suddenly you've realized your life and you could be writing your own story. My take on this is be an architect of your own fate. Let your ego and mind work together. Let the ego be shed, be honest to yourself, and rewrite your life. It's such a beautiful time. Now, one of the takes of many astrologers in this world is that each one to oneself. I'm not going to say that they are wrong, but my take or my perception on this is, now those people are saying that it is actually predicting of a major catastrophe or a major calamity on this earth. My perception and take is, give me one good reason or give me one good answer. When haven't the calamities or catastrophes happened? There have been tsunamis, there have been these whirlwinds, there have been these major wars. Calamities and catastrophes are a part and parcel of our life. How well we maintain ourselves in the present, in the moments that we have, how well we restructure ourselves, or how well we actually prepare ourselves is what matters. So rather than preparing and saying that, oh, in the future this can happen, calamity can happen, or a catastrophe can happen in the coming 18 months, I would say, let me enjoy my today. Let me restructure myself in how I want to do things, and let me enjoy that quality of my life. Whenever I get up in the morning, my first thought should be how introspective I am, how my ego is not in tussle with my mind, and how I start enjoying my life the way it is. For me, Ketu is helping me break my ego, and Saturn is helping me restructure my life. So my take on this is that this is a very opportune time, which is basically or probably going to come after years I have spent in my life. So this opportunity, when it has come in my life, whether it is on my first Saturn return or whether it is happening on my second Saturn return, I should not miss this opportunity to restructure myself, both personally and professionally, so that whatever days I have on this earth, how much ever long or short I am living, I have lived it to the full.